guys, what's up? It's Emily, and no, I am not dead. I am still alive. I know it's been about like a year since I've done anything even remotely relating to books. I posted a vlog from Korea, and you've probably seen, if you subscribe to me, that I've been posting a bunch of travel vlogs from when I travel. Excuse you. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I changed my name of my channel to Just a Girl in a Big World, which is the name of a travel blog I have, and it's also what I changed my Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff too. So like completely rebranding, changing, because I personally have changed, and you know, growth, character development. It's all lovely. But so there is nothing like Booktubeathon, aka now the reading rush, to pull me out of my booktube grave. So here I am, yet another year where I'm going to try to do the impossible. Emily is going to try to read 7 books in 1 week for the reading rush. I've never done it. I've done Booktubeathon / the reading rush for about 5 years, and here we are. I still have not done it, and by done it I mean read the 7 books, because that's typically what people, you know, strive to do. But, you know, I always try and I always fail, but one of these years I'm gonna do it. So this is my official TBR video. Sophie! Bad! You don't eat my book! Oh my god! She ate my book! Now I'm sad. This is a signed book too. The official dates for Reading Rush this year is July 22nd through the 28th. Still a few weeks away, but I'm just too excited to wait. Yeah. So without further ado, and no more of me blabbling on about various different things, let's get into my TBR. The first challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover. And for that, I'm going to read Carry On by Rambo Rowell. I have not read this book yet. Feel free to scream at me in the comments. But yeah, I have not had the great pleasure of reading this book yet. And all of my friends keep yelling at me to read it, and I just haven't gotten to it. So I'm determined to get to it this year for the reading rush. My cover has lots of purple on it. My friend group and I do this thing occasionally each summer, not every summer, but sometimes we decide to do it, where we kind of like give each other books to read, in the sense that it's kind of like strongly recommended. We obviously don't force each other to do it, but it's kind of like a thing we all try to do, where there's 5 of us and each person picks out a book for every single person individually to read. So this was a book my lovely friend Nicole gave me to read because she's very frustrated that I have not read it yet. So Nicole, here you go. It's coming, hopefully. The second challenge is to read a book in the same spot the whole time. Now what this means is you pick a book, you sit down in a spot, and you have to stay in that spot the whole time you read that book. You can stop and like put the book down, get up, go get some food, go out, go read another book in a different spot. But every time you go to read that specific book, you have to be in the same spot. For that, I'm going to read Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This particular series, there's only 1 book out yet. It's about kind of like this girl who, her estranged family kind of shows up, her grandmother I believe, and that estranged family is like in high society, they're very wealthy, have all this money, and her grandma comes and offers her like a giant sum of money in order for her to do this debutante ball. And so she goes and she does this debutante ball, and she's thrown in with all of the like debutante politics kind of, and like also the mystery of who her father is, because she doesn't know. And there's people threatening her because there's a bunch of money involved and like reputation, and it just sounds like such a juicy, gossipy read, and I love that. And it's also like a mystery, and so it's easy for me to breeze through it. And this is also a book that my friend Kaylee gave me to read for a little friend exchange, and so I'm very excited to read this for that purpose as well. So also here you go, Kaylee. Next challenge is to read a book that you meant to read last year. So if you just go on my channel, you've seen that I have made really long book talks on the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas, and obviously I love the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. But when Tower of Dawn came out, I didn't read it. And I haven't read Kingdom of Ash yet either, because I am a loser. Yeah, I needed to reread the series and I didn't have the time, and that's what I'm kind of doing this summer. So for that challenge, I'm gonna read Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I'm not gonna be able to finish it. Anyone who knows me knows that I don't read very quickly. So my TBR is very ambitious. Most of my books are like 400 plus pages. This one's like 800. And I am gonna save this book, and then my book for the non-human character, Empire of Storms, but also by Sarah J. Maas, for probably towards the end, because they're both ginormous and I know if I start with them, I'm never going to finish them and get to anything else. So this is part of the like really ambitious part of me. I'm just putting them in here. I don't see myself finishing them, but it'd be fun to try. Well, and this is the book that my dog started eating. Focus on this. Do you see that? What dog does that? For the Read a Debut Novel Challenge, which is basically just read an author's first novel. It doesn't have to be like this year's debut authors or anything. It just can be any author's first novel they've ever written. I am reading One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McMahon. I have been wanting to read this book for a while. I love mysteries. Anyone who knows me knows this. I love reading mysteries. I love watching creepy stuff. I love watching mysteries. I love mystery TV shows. I love crime TV shows. I'm obsessed with, you know, like serial killer stuff. Anything of the sorts that involves anything mystery, I'm here for it. The books that mostly get that tug to be like, I just want to do nothing but read, is when there's some type of mystery involved. And that even goes for like fantasy, for example, you know, the Throne of Glass series, where you're trying to figure out the world, or especially like Strange the Dreamer by Lanny Taylor. That also did it, because there was a lot of stuff you had to piece together and figure out. So this is the second mystery book in my TBR for the reading rush. And the next challenge is to read a book with 5 or more words in the title. So for that, I'm going to read The Lovely and the Lost by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, 2 Jennifer Lynn Barnes books, and yet another mystery, my 3rd mystery book. This one also has a lot of purple on the cover. And this one actually is not that big. It's not huge. It's 325 pages, so this is like the smallest book I have by far. And this one is actually really interesting because it involves a rescue team, like a search and rescue team, where they're like paired with like dogs and stuff, and the main character was actually found by a search and rescue team, but she was left abandoned in the woods for years, and they found her as a child. And so she has like different experiences being just like a person, because when she was really young, her like cognitive abilities and the way her mind developed was so different from normal human beings, because she was out in the wilderness by herself, like no one to care for her, and so she has like a very interesting way of perceiving the world and dealing with it. And she also started to live with that family that found her. And there's like 3 different mysteries wrapped up into one, and I'm really excited because again, I love mysteries. And also there's dogs. I love dogs. If you can't tell by my dogs, who eat my books, yet I still love them. And lastly, the final challenge is to read a book and watch the movie adaptation. So I was thinking, I have to read 1984 by George Orwell for over summer for school, right? And I was like, you know, I start school August 8th because my school is weird and I start really early. So I'm thinking, and I'm like, you know, if I can fit 1984 in one of these challenges, it'd be great. But then I got to the last challenge, which is book to movie adaptation, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't want to put this for any of the other challenges, and I really want to read all the books that I've already talked about. So what do we do? And then I look up to see if 1984 has a movie. And it does! That came out in the year 1984. So that is what I'm reading. I'm reading 1984 by George Orwell for my book to movie adaptation. And I'm going to find some way to watch it, the movie from 1984. called 1984. This is my official Booktubeathon TBR. The official number of pages I have to read, if I'm going to read all of these, which probably won't happen, is 3,251 pages. Divide that by 7 is about 465 pages a day. I'm just gonna wrap it up here and go cry over the books I have decided to read. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are one of my subscribers, I am so sorry. I have not posted anything bookish in a really long time, but I am very excited to make this video. I will see you back here on my channel on July 22nd, towards the end of the day, and let's see if I can make that 465 word count on the first day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!